Good day, Blessing family. I trust you've had a good week so far. So tonight we're just going to recap on the sermon on Sunday. We're going to recap on a life that shines together. So just remember, we all have our place in the community. We all belong somewhere. We all have influence somewhere. And it's important to remember that we should not let the community influence us. We should not let the world influence us. We've had in the previous months in the book of Romans that says, do not conform to this world. Last month in Philippians, where we ended off, we saw, do not let the world be a blemish unto us. And even now in the new book, in James, it's repeated again. So I feel it's necessary for us to know, do not let the world be a blemish unto you. Do not conform to what the world says. But it's important for us to be an influence onto the world, an influence onto the people around us and the communities around us. So I want to reiterate what I said on Sunday. The 6 points we mentioned was we need to remember our community influences our actions. If you are caught up in a community that is busy with the wrong things, busy with the wrong practices, it will eventually influence you. We need to be free of the blemish of this world. And point 2, we said our community is global, not local. We need to remember to be part of the community in a global sense, be part of the global church. Remember to have a talk with someone out there, reach out to someone, let them know we are here for them. We need to remember that our community cannot bleed us dry. It's not our jobs to be the superheroes in the community. It's not our jobs to be the gods in our community. It's our job to look after people. Yes, the Bible instructs us to look after people. But it's not our place to become their saviors. We need to know when to step back, and we need to know when to inform someone, or need to hand over to God and let Him handle what needs to be handled. Then we need to remember that you have an identity in such a community. If you are someone like Tinas that rides cycles, you can have an identity within that community. If you're someone that likes to go shooting, target practice, or hunting, you're going to be the gun guy in the community. We need to remember we have an identity in the community, and that identity cannot be the reason why someone is not being touched by God, or the reason why someone is not being reached. Like I mentioned myself, I need to remember to change my outward projection in certain situations. If I get to a place like Lesotho where tattoos is less common, I need to keep in mind to keep them covered up a bit until people get to know me. We cannot let that identity we have in the community be the reason why someone's not being reached. And if we need to adjust that identity, change into something a bit different to be able to reach someone, then do it. Just as long as you never lose your identity in Christ. In point 5, we said, how do we affect our community? If we disappear today, will your community miss you, miss us? We need to remember we affect our communities in the things we do. And then point 6, what can you do for your community? And this is the one that stood out the most, where if you get involved, people will start coming to you with need. And we generally jump to the needs of financial aid or whatever the case is. But sometimes people just need a hug, need a phone call, need a WhatsApp message. Remember to reach out to your community. Remember to be a part of that community. Remember that you can always do something for that community. And sometimes it's going to take a couple of return trips into the community to show that you're truly there, truly interested in who they are, and to serve them. have the questions I have this week is, what community has God placed you in? Are you being shaped more by them than by Christ? Meaning, are you being shaped more by your community than you're being by Christ? So you're being influenced by that community, and then the third question is, and what would it look like for you to shine this week within your community? Be blessed, have a wonderful week, and have a good discussion. Thank you.